Hi and welcome to my new video channel. My name is Shabnam and I welcome you. Today we will be talking about several different types of topics, hopefully to make you think about yourself and your existence and your part in this life. Today I will be talking about several deep thinking topics and I hope you enjoy. I will be talking about who we think we are and who we actually are, and how you can come to realise your real truth. And the answers are all not external, not from external bodies, but you'll get the answers from within yourself. And the first part of this, I would just like to say, I think we'll need to touch on meditation, because meditation helps greatly with focusing your thoughts. Now, it's very important to focus your thoughts and understand and be able to control if you're thinking in a certain way. It's not going to be robotic. You'll be able to think what you want, but you'll be able to analyse that, okay, now I'm thinking a negative thought, and why would I think that? Why is this thought coming into my head? I do that quite a lot. I quite analyse myself quite a lot. If there's something negative in my head, I think, okay, this happens to me a lot. I think it happens to a lot of people. You think you're not good enough, or you're doing something wrong, or maybe you're not really, but it's your consciousness, not your consciousness, it's your ego. It's trying to control you, put you into a box. You could say it's trying to protect you from getting out of your comfort zone, because when you get out of your comfort zone, it's anything is possible, whereas you're within that comfort zone, in that box where the ego wants to keep you. It's just easier to manage life, and it's just living a very living in a less of an existence. I used to suffer quite a bit of depression, low mood, and I think it's quite common these days. Some people try to they don't acknowledge that they're feeling low, and they kind of cover it up with a mask and things like that, and I have always never wanted to do that. Even when I was younger, when I was sad, I would feel it, I would express it, and that's the way I've been. I'd hate to suppress it, and if I was sad and I was told to smile, it would make me so angry. So I felt like, no, it's going against how I really feel, and I want to be who I am. I've always felt that way. So when you're feeling low and depressed and such, you could try this meditation, which it's kind of you're blessing yourself with a universal high vibration energy of love. Okay, this world as we know it, it's existing. You know, when they say love makes the world go round, I kind of see where they're getting that point from. When I say love, I don't mean romantic love or sexual love. You know, I mean love as in a higher love for all life, for all existence, for being alive, that kind of love. And I've realised maybe people do live their life, but they don't feel the love. Maybe they don't even want to, they don't recognise it, but I am just that way. And I know there's a lot of people out there who maybe have not had love or can't give themselves love, deny themselves of it because they think they don't deserve it, or there's many reasons. Everyone's got their own issues and blockages, but there is a way of getting around that, and it's not going to be a simple fix overnight. You will have to practice this meditation every day, and it can be up to 20 minutes, but if you can't do 20 minutes, even 5 or 10 minutes of it is very good. Now, this meditation is, if you already do meditation, you'll find it easier. Okay, you can lie down, sit up, however you like, whatever you're comfortable. Your sitting position, lying down position, and you just need to breathe normally, and then you start gradually breathing in longer, holding longer, and breathing out longer. And then the more you practice that, you'll be able to, your time will extend on each breath, because your lungs will start exercising and stretch, and you'll be able to take in more and out more. And it's really good for calming your nerves down as well. Okay, so when after you've done your breath and you've meditated, what you're going to do now, obviously your eyes will be closed shut, not tightly, just lightly closed, and you will need to visualize. Okay, when I say visualize, it just means imagine. Once you imagine, that imagination, that vision exists. Whatever you imagine exists, so that exists. And what you're going to imagine is a bright white light. Okay, so you're going to imagine that you're on this planet, and there's a bright light, white light, coming from the sky. You can see it as a cloud, you can see it as a laser beam, however you like. What I do is I see it as like a stage light, a bright white light, and you're not going to see where it's coming from, it's just there. It's bright white light shining on you, and it's coming through your crown chakra, and it's penetrating your whole body. And what you're going to feel is that light is love of the infinite source energy that has created the universes. You could call it God, Allah, whatever religion you're from. We all know, even though we deny it to ourselves and to other people, we all know that we've come from somewhere. So once you've visualized that, you try and hold that light and feel it penetrating your whole body, from your head, and then slowly working down to every part of your body, all the way down to your toes, and you feel like you're filled with light, and you feel that it's the love of God, the creator of everything that's been created, is flowing your whole body with love. You are loved. You feel that way. You just feel it and keep it in that state for as long as you can. And however long you can visualize, or you keep that vision and the feeling, you'll actually start to feel tingles, and you might feel your hair standing up. Everyone's different. That every human desires, when you've got everything you've wanted, but there's still a hole in your heart, and that hole is filled, or needs to be filled, with the love of the creator of the universes, the galaxies, the infinite source. That's the love we need to feel, and that will keep you fulfilled from any material needs. You will be fulfilled spiritually. And what it does is it fills you up with so much love for yourself. You'll feel accepted and loved, and if you do that regularly, you will just spontaneously, you'll have a smile on your face, because you just feel happy for no reason. So if you do this regularly, it'll make you feel really good. And there's a reason why I'm giving you this hint. It's because when we feel loved, we are more apt to showing love to others, and that is the key. We need to show love to everyone as much as we can. Even kindness, smiling, in whatever way is possible. and that is going to increase your vibration and spread love in the world. So that person you smile at, who may have been in a bad mood, and they're looking at you in the wrong way, and you just smile at them, and they think, okay, well, you know, what I'm feeling doesn't match what I'm receiving, so I need to change how I feel. They will start feeling better, and then they will pass it on to other people and other animals, or whatever it is. Because we are all energy, and we are basically like throwing stones, and it kind of gives a ripple effect to everyone around us. Okay, so once we've done the love meditation, the love meditation, once we've done that, we can start thinking deeper within ourselves, and you can ask yourself questions, very deep questions. If you think you can answer them, you won't have a single answer, but it's worth asking, because it opens doors to your inner space. Now in there is a universe, infinite universes, okay? And even out there is infinite universes, so the whole of existence is infinite, infinitely inward and outward. Okay, so let's just say I'm thinking of a question that you can ask yourself. Now here's one I've got, is you think of yourself now, your name, what you look like, your physical, how you feel about things, your opinions and politics and everything. Okay, that's you here on this planet right now, in this current time. Okay, now just think back to when you were born, or just before you were born, when you were in your mother's womb, okay? And prior to that, okay, just think of yourself in your mother's womb when you were a baby, what you could have been thinking. Prior to that, when you were ingested, when you were only 4 cells, which had been divided by 1. What were you? You know, you've just come from nowhere, really, if you think about it. We know where this 3D body has come from. Obviously, it's the biological of things in nature. But the soul, where is the soul? Where is your soul from? I know it sounds ridiculous to people who are not into consciousness and spirituality, but if you think about it, your soul has come from somewhere, so it's for you to figure out. Okay, so say physically, when you're sleeping, your physical body is asleep, but when you're dreaming, you can't say that's your physical body, because your physical body is not capable, it's got no physical instruments for dreaming. Maybe your brain, and it sends electronic messages to your physical body, but when you close your eyes and you imagine an apple, when you close your eyes, who is that visualizing the apple? It can't be you, because you've got these physical eyes, and when you close them, you're not supposed to be able to see anything. But when you close your eyes and you can still see an apple, you can still see things, where is that coming from? Okay, these are questions just ask yourself. How am I still being able to see these things? Also, you can think of, if you weren't you, a human being, if you weren't you, a human being, what would have you been? You know, say if you existed as a strand of grass in the park somewhere, or you were a leaf in a tree, you could have existed as anything, but you're here on this planet living this life. You have a soul. So obviously, you know, for me, logically, that means there's a purpose for you to exist here. There's a reason. You need to think really deeply about yourself and existence if you want to understand where you've come from. I do a lot of meditations, and sometimes I go into really, really deep meditations, and sometimes people have to go on DMT and all these psychedelics and hallucinogens, and they get visuals. And thankfully I've only been meditating for about 2 to 3 years, and I can go into a real trance sometimes. What helps is when I've built a lot of energy up. So if I've gone out for a long walk or a jog or gone on a treadmill, and if you meditate after that, what you will feel is like a complete stillness. You'll be able to hear white noise if you stay completely still. Like, you have to stay completely still, or somebody will be able to hear you breathe. You know, you'll be able to focus on your heart beating more, your breath more. You'll be able to hear, like, what are you hearing through your ears? And I sometimes hear like a buzzing noise, white noise, and my ears have become very sensitive, so I can pick up noises that are from far away that a lot of people probably not notice very much. But that's what meditation does. It increases your physical senses as well as your sixth sense. I was talking about my meditation. One of my meditation experiences is when I went into I didn't do it purposefully, it just happened. Basically, when I meditate, I just think to myself, I don't control my thoughts, I allow my thoughts to float past, and I just watch them as saying, it's not my thoughts, so these thoughts are just, I just need to watch them. So I just watch them. I don't start thinking, oh yeah, that's the next door neighbour's cat, and I'm imagining her doing whatever she's doing in my garden. No, I don't focus on it that way. I just imagine these are images, allow them to just float past, and do that as long as possible. And what will happen is you will get into this state of thoughtlessness where the thoughts will stop floating past. You will be in this space of deep, it's just space. It's, I wouldn't say space, outer space. I would say your inner space. Okay, so it's your inner space. It can be any colour, it's different for everyone. What I see is, I do see it as black, and then I see like white shapes floating around, and sometimes you can get to the stage where you can see stars flashing past you. So it depends on how much you practice. And I started off doing meditation 20 minutes a week, and then it went up to 20 minutes a day, and then 45 minutes a day. And it really helps to keep me calm and keep me composed. And I feel like if I didn't have meditation, I think if I didn't have meditation, I would probably be getting really stressed out about every little thing I can think of. So thanks to meditation. And when you get to the state of thoughtlessness, you will start to see shapes and things that don't exist, abstractual images and lines and shadows and everything, and you don't have to make sense of, okay, I know what this is, I don't understand what this is, just let it flow by. Just watch it as an observer, and eventually what will happen is you may feel like you are not in the room where you were meditating, you are actually in that space, and you'll feel like you've got no outer body. You'll feel like you just feel like you won't feel, well, you'll just feel like you've got no body. You won't be sensing, you feel like you're actually there, but you're not carried your body there. It's really difficult to explain. I'll try my best. And then what happens is you go into this space, and then at one point what I felt like is there were people who somehow I knew them. I won't say people, I would say beings. I was in this deep space, and there were these beings waiting for me, as if I was going to give them information and they're waiting for my information to give to them. But then I've got a really bad habit. If I hear a noise or anything, my eyes just open up, and then what happened is my eyes opened up, and obviously I can start again. It takes practice, and sometimes I think you have to be very consistent with this. So I felt when I came back, I felt like, where am I? For a few seconds I thought, what am I doing here? And looked at my hands and I thought, you know, why have I got these? And it felt really good, and then for a second I thought, oh yeah, I'm back to, yeah, it's me. I'm human, Shabnam, and you know, everything is normal. Then I thought, I wonder what those beings were, because I felt like I've known them longer and more than, I felt like, it's just really odd to explain it. Yeah, so that's one of my experiences. I do have many experiences, but then I've read about people who have to take psychedelics and things like that, and I have read that psychedelics are like taking a lift to experience higher levels of consciousness, or you can take meditation, which is like taking a ladder or stairs to higher consciousness. And I'm so glad I've taken the ladder, because I've got stronger muscles from it. And I've kind of gradually, it's grown on me gradually. It's not just, you know, all of a sudden I'm up there and don't know what to do. I've grown into it, kind of. Be nice if you can have a look at my website, my blogs that I'm just starting doing, and yeah, and I want to say thank you for watching, and just spread your love. Spread your love, be blissful, be happy, and yeah, I'm going to be thinking of another topic to discuss in my next video, so stay watching, okay? Thank you, and subscribe.